Hello again and welcome back to another one. And today we have a couple of topics to cover. One from Vlad, who recently spoke on his dream to interview Eminem, and he shared some details about how he discovered Eminem before Dre did, and following how rap fans have reacted to his claims. Vlad has responded to those who called him out for making such claims, and we'll explore this in a moment. And at the latter part of the video, we have more from Jada Pinkett, as she had more to share about Will Smith, this time linked to the infamous incident at the Oscars when Will Smith smacked Chris Rock on stage, and she basically threw him under the bus according to social media users. So starting with Vlad, when he was asked about his dream interview, he had this to say about why he'd love to interview Eminem that raised some eyebrows. I mean, I've always felt like an Eminem interview, like me and Eminem being roughly the same age, having roughly the same background, having roughly the same experiences. I mean, I didn't grow up in trailer homes, but I did grow up in projects, in Springfield, Massachusetts, and sort of this love for hip-hop and being white, and me being, like I discovered Eminem before Dre did, because I've been a hip-hop kid since elementary school. And he went into detail of how he got the Slim Shady EP early on from a record store, and added, I remember driving around in the Bay and listening to it, letting my friends listen to it, and they were like, yo, who's this? I remember one of my homies was like, nah man, black people ain't gonna F with this. But then Dre found him and then boom, next thing you know, he's a superstar. But like I discovered Eminem before Dre and Jimmy Iovine and all these other people, like I was very early on that train, and I knew right away how talented he was and how much better he was than everyone else. And he briefly spoke about how he has followed Eminem's career closely ever since, and added, I think that if me and M could sit down for like 3 hours, it would be the biggest interview he has ever done. Easy. The biggest interview he's ever done would be me and him because of what I do and who he is. I don't think there's anyone that could sit down with him and pull off what I could pull off. Vlad has a great interrogation technique.
Just need a little bit of water.
Vlad has a great interview technique that's even sparked speculations linking him to the FBI, and Kiffy D's arrest strengthened these speculations. In fact, some concluded, if this Kiffy D situation doesn't prove that DJ Vlad is the FBI, then nothing will. But in reaction to his claims about discovering Eminem before Dre, he got called out, so much so that he responded, as he was getting cooked bad. First, Vlad solved the Pac murder, and now he discovered Eminem. Next interview, Vlad, quote, I was sitting under the apple tree when it fell on my head, and that's how I discovered gravity. They kept cooking. If he wanted an Eminem interview, he has blown it now. Another user went into detail. Vlad has an unrivaled way to insert himself into every scenario. One cannot forget a time, quote, BMF flew him out. He never discovered Eminem before Dr. Dre. He heard an Eminem record before Dr. Dre, but it is absurd to say he discovered Eminem before Dr. Dre, as I'm sure hundreds of thousands of other people could make such a claim. Oprah Winfrey would be Eminem's biggest interview and not Vlad, where it is difficult to think of a current A-lister who is at his or her prime and not as has-been who would go on Vlad TV. And speaking on Vlad comparing his life experiences to Eminem, he got called out for that. Laughing emoji. Vlad never misses an opportunity to compare and judge himself / his life with celebrities. He also got called out for bringing up the trailer park. He doesn't even know he didn't really grow up in trailer parks, and that is common knowledge pre-8 Mile. To which a user added, Vlad is not a historian. I like his interviews because of the guests, not because of him. And Vlad defended himself by claiming, the title is a bit misleading. If you watch the interviews, I just said I was listening to Eminem's music a while before he got signed to Dre. I was never in a position to sign him or anything like that, which people associate with the term discovered. Moving on to the next point, Jada Pinkett had more to share about the Oscars incident in an exclusive with NBC News. Check out some snippets.
What is going on? Now, first of all, I'm really shocked because, mind you, I'm not there. We haven't called each other husband and wife in a long time. I'm like, what is going on right now?
My wife's name
out of your mouth, right? And I'm like, but now I'm really worried for Will because I don't know what's going on.
How unusual for Will, a guy who, I mean, on that kind of stage to do something so insane.
Absolutely.
and this has sparked a series of viral posts. For instance, some ice cold takes like, one day, the person you did everything for will tell you that they didn't ask for it, and guess what? They will be right. This is cold because Jada Pinkett already revealed that she never wanted to get married to Will Smith.
I really didn't want to get married, but
we only got married because Gammy was crying.
It was almost as if Gammy was like, you have to get married.
And Twitter kept going. Will Smith claiming a woman who doesn't claim him or give a F about him, peak fooling. If Jada had a little bit of love for Will, trust me, she would have stood by him publicly, knowing he gave up a lot for her after Chris Rock made a joke about her illness. This woman hates him. Perhaps will find out more in the future as she continues to clean out the closet in the public eye. But for now, things are looking rough for Will Smith. Share your thoughts below. Thanks for watching and see you on the next one.